Oh, it ended the stream.
Uh-oh.
Is it back up?
Yep.
Can people see us again? My thing's green.
I see us, yeah.
I see us, yeah.
Sweet. I love AT&T.
They did it. Don't worry, they're all good. They're all great.
Right.
All two of them.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so you said you were going to try and identify this amulet there.
Yeah.
Okay. Or not Eddie, Jake.
Yeah, more just deduce it from clues about it rather than cast any actual spells.
Okay. What are the... I need to look up the rule on how that works.
What are we doing?
Identifying items that are potentially magic.
Well, we'll go to spells. All spells.
I can't cast spells right now.
So we're looking at read magic.
And there's no text on it.
Any imagery?
So the only imagery that you see on it, it's got like a, it's kind of like this oval pendant. And then you see what looks to be a, like this oval in the middle of it that's got this swirl corkscrew thing going around it.
I have no idea what this is.
It's a thing.
Well, we can take it back to town.
It's an amulet, you know.
See if there's
yeah.
anyone back at the camp that can make out what this thing does. Or if it is a thing that does something.
Well, if it's a thing that does something, I'd be able to do that myself if I just got a chance to sort of get out of this place and reset my mind for a bit.
Okay.
Sure.
Mages have very delicate minds, you see.
Yeah. You tell
Limited.
them that they're slacking off one time and they're ruined for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see this like silver amulet. It's got a weird symbol on it. Can't
Cast your
tell
spell and
exactly
you're already
what it
tired.
does. Then say you guys kind of know the trick to that trap, so you're able to move through it without really worrying about it now.
Give it a little doink, wait for it to go off. Make our way back up to this funny thing with the thing with the thing.
And we're going to take our first break here. As you guys see this kind of altar that's raised up a little bit, this like slightly elevated platform. On the ground in front of it looks like there's an open book. And you see a large armored statue wielding a mace.
I imagine that in this joke is written the funniest joke that's ever been written, that upon reading it, you die.
That's where we're going to take our first break.
That's my guess.
Oh, snap.
Second half.
So don't go anywhere. We'll be a few minutes. And when we come back, we'll see what's the deal with this book.
Words.
We're live.
We're
We were just
live.
talking about The Expanse and how good of a show it is.
Mm-hmm.
I just
We're talking
figured
about
we could bring them in on the conversation and instead of making them wait.
we were talking about the prep work that the actor who plays Amos did.
I haven't seen it yet, so you all have
It's
to
a very,
have to do the talking
very
here.
good show. I don't watch
Yeah.
a whole lot of TV, so
No, I don't either.
I'm
quite
keeping
like
up
this
on
show.
new shit that comes out, like Invincible and Falcon Winter Soldier.
Yeah,
There's Scarlet Witch.
I was
watched
going to
any of
ask because
those.
you were saying that like they had a couple rough seasons on this show, but I was going to ask if you watched Fringe or not.
I
not seen
never
Fringe.
finished Fringe.
I mean,
Fringe is
that's
the
probably a good
constant
choice.
Sci-fi show.
Or
Is the what?
say that
you're
again, Eddie.
Getting cut out there, Eddie.
Oh, Fringe. Fringe is like it is one of my favorite go-to sci-fi shows.
It's
by
wonderful, but like you can tell it went longer than they intended.
far. Well, yeah, there's like a weird feel to it where it's like, oh, we need to stretch it out for a while because we
Mhm.
didn't intend for it to last this long. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, we need to wrap it up really quick.
Yes.
Like it kind of stretches unnaturally.
And then like
And then all of a sudden they hurry to cram the rest of the ending in like at the last minute kind of to finish it up. But it does still have like it does have a
It's-
weird flow to it in a couple of seasons because of
it's
that.
first like
Still,
2-3 seasons are like perfect.
yeah, season 1 and 2 are great. Season 3 starts off okay and then kind of gets into that weird stretch where it starts not making it feels a little
They got
unnatural.
renewed like for season 4 and they're like, oh, we can't end it yet.
Well, it was
Yeah.
kind of like Battlestar Galactica, where they thought they were getting canceled, so they made a weak ass ending, and then they got the
Kind of.
renewal.
Kind of. It was like you could feel like they could have wrapped it up if they wanted to.
I think it's
But-
more like Supernatural where they're like, we were gonna end it here, but then they just renewed us. And so we now need to like orient ourselves that way.
Hmm.
Well, Supernatural was different. The guy
Yeah.
who made Supernatural intended it to be 5 seasons. He told
Yeah.
his story at the end of that 5 seasons, and then he walked away from the show.
Oh.
And then
Okay,
the
so
network
that's
just
not even
kept
quite
it
the same.
going forever.
And they're like,
just,
hey,
like,
these
more
two characters,
supernatural.
Sam and Dean, print money. Let's just keep making them do shit.
Yeah.
Sam and
The way-
Dean, get back out there and spray salt everywhere. Make us money, bitches.
The way Fringe felt to me watching through it was that they hit a point in like later season 3, mid to late season 3, where they were like, okay, we've been renewed again. We can't finish this. So we have to take like the current story arc and just do
And, like-
it. And then like season 4, I believe, is the one that starts like literally the first episode of season 4
Fabricating.
starts, and you're like, where the fuck did this come from? Like, what happened between did I miss half a season? Like, you have
Yeah.
to go back to season 3 and watch the last episode of season 3. And you're like, wait, there's like this weird hard jump that they don't explain and nothing. You get like a couple episodes in before they ever say anything about it.
Future.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like a future skip. And then when you get into season 5, they're like, oh, okay, now we can put in the natural ending that we were working towards. Like they just
Yeah.
sort of
They
cut
like
the ending off
retcon.
that they were going to do,
Yeah.
shoved it to the back of the closet, stretched it for a season, and then pulled it back out of the closet and stuck it back on. It feels a little weird. That said, it is
Still a
absolutely
great show.
watch. It is a fantastic show. And the ending, although it feels a little weird and out of place after that stretch from season 3 to 4, it's still a wonderful ending. Like the last episode especially it is almost worth the payoff of getting through all those seasons, because the last episode, like the last scene of the last episode, is just, it's too good. But it's got a great feel. It's like a weird X-Files meets cop action drama kind of
Yeah.
thing. You know?
Mhm. Oh,
Yeah.
there's a couple episodes of it.
Captain Kyrian has redeemed an insult.
He has.
So Captain Kyrian, you dumbass, on Easter, you're supposed to go hunting for eggs, not COVID. You got it wrong.
Oh no. And that is quite right. Eddie and Jake are backwards in the scene.
What?
I don't know how, but they are.
I'm Jake now.
There we go.
Haha, look at me.
Me.
I'm-
Must have been when I rejoined.
And my
'cause
chair
I
sank,
dropped out of
so.
the call.
Good
Anyway.
call, Captain, because I didn't notice.
Jake, you're now a server, or not a server. You're now a network admin. You're on call. Make sure you have your phone with you all weekend.
Oh,
Okay.
Go back, Eddie. Go back.
Oh, no, I don't want to be an admin. I don't want to be an engineer.
You made the right choice.
I'm getting us both fired.
Right.
Oh, my paycheck.
All right. So we see this pedestal.
Yes, we come
This
back.
pedestal and a book.
You guys sifted through some old corpses, got some loots, picked up this tablet, and then at the end of the room, you see that there's like a bit of an elevated platform. On it is a statue against the back wall, wielding a mace, and in front of it is an open, like really old book.
I've got a
Just
grappling
sitting
hook.
around.
Let's not actually go to that book. I might just like
Let's bring the library to us, like the
Yeah.
bookmobile.
Yeah.
Then we can use the tablet like a sled and head down the oily hallway. Whoop, 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 whoop.
Or we can get that heavy net and drape it over the statue behind the book.
I don't know that 50 pounds of weight on a net is going to stop like a 10,
No.
15 foot
Statue
tall.
is also pretty tall.
I
Yeah.
also have a 50-pound net. Maybe we can slow it down.
Wrap it around its legs.
More
Oh,
rope.
yeah.
Actually, even better, if it's stone, can we just take the mace out of its hand? Maybe that's a good move.
Well-
It looks to be like a cast iron statue.
Oh no.
Oh, God. It's the Iron Giant.
Yeah.
So
Plan A, grappling hook the book. Still.
I'll throw your grappling hook, man.
Push comes to shove, go down the trapped hallway.
Well, the
Say,
trapped hallway's
give me
got a stone.
Mhm. I'd say give me a dex check for that, since it's it's a book. It's kind of small.
Oh God.
So you throw your grappling hook and it just kind of clangs around in the altar, but you not able to hook it. You pull it back.
Nobody said I was good at my job.
You're a terrible
Mm.
hooker, Dan.
You won't see me on the Saturday night corner. Probably Tuesday.
I'll just
night.
walk up to it.
Okay. Check. As you walk up,
Mm-hmm.
and you take a step on. There's like this little, there's a few steps leading up to this slightly elevated bit. And when you step on that corner there, that whole side kind of slots down like that steers a button. And you hear a few mechanical clicks as darts come out of the wall. Give me a death ray. And you
Nice.
pass. All right. You're able to duck out of the way as these darts clash on either side of you. You walk over to this book. You're muted.
I'm muted. I want to kind of move to the side of it.
Okay. Yep. So you look down. Looks to be like a really heavy leather book that's kind of laying open. The pages are almost significantly smaller than the binding that they're in. So it looks like there's kind of a cover on the back of it.
Thanks, Kieran, for those bits.
Yeah. Thanks for the bits.
So anyway, I see this book, thick cover, thick pages. Yeah, that was the right command. Why didn't it work? There we go. Yeah, Captain, who are you healing? Did he say that?
He did not yet.
Brian?
Not sure if he specified.
I hope he's healing me because I need it.
I also. Hmm.
Yeah. I think there's a few of you that need it. Dan.
Okay.
All of us
Getting the healing.
Jake.
All
right.
Oh, two. Two. I've
Yeah,
doubled my
doubled your hit
health.
points.
I've
So,
doubled my.
I want to look
Oh,
the
I have a-
statue over.
Do we get a
Oh.
Constitution modifier on that healing?
No, it's just the health.
Damn it! I tried. I wouldn't have asked if I didn't have a positive modifier. Oh damn! Heal
Nice.
Chuck
Yeah.
and make a reroll too.
Appreciate the bits.
Thank you. All right, I got that reroll recorded. The fuck is my hit die? Is it D8?
It's trying to undo my karma.
Mine is Chuck, so I assume yours is.
D8. All right, 5. Thanks.
Nice.
I'm now at 50% health. All right, I want to check out
Alright.
this statue, man.
So you look at this statue. Seems to be like this warrior in a bunch of like metal plated armor. Seems to be strapped together. He's got like a long beard that goes about to his chest, and a helmet that almost covers his eyes. And he's just kind of standing, not quite at attention. His arms are kind of at his sides. He's wielding a mace.
Does he have seams in his joints like his limbs might move?
Give me an intelligence check on that.
Sure thing.
Are there a bunch of random opulent cups in the background with one?
I only got a
ugly-
7 on that.
Okay. So you look it over. You don't see like any deliberate joints, like balls or anything that would be like on the elbows or anything like that. The only thing you can tell is that like since he's wearing armor that's kind of going over all of the joints, you can't tell if that's like a place where it moves or if that's just the
just
way that it's
Detailing in armor. Okay,
Yeah.
I want to back up, and with my 10-foot pole, I want to push the book away from me
For what it's worth, I want to have my crossbow like
like that. I
Trained
want
on
to
it.
just take it, and I just
Yes.
want to whoop and try and push
Okay.
it. Push
Push
it
the
real
book.
good.
push it.
You push the book to the side.
Push it like a Polaroid picture.
Let's see. So I mean, you're trying to push it 10 feet away from you, so you push it. It's right there. And it's as soon as you move the book, that the statue animates slightly. Not its feet, but it just kind of spins, does like a chopping motion. And this mace smashes the ground right here.
Okay.
Barely missing the book.
I want to move around to the front, and I want to use my 10-foot pole to sweep the book sideways
Okay.
some more. Just
Do so. As your pole enters that area in front of him again, right after the statue kind of goes back to a resting spot, it does that same chopping motion mechanically, almost the same way.
okay.
You sweep it to the side.
Turn the statue into a Chiefs fan.
There you go. I have 2 small sacks. I want to use one of my sacks just as a piece of cloth to close the book
Okay.
and then pick it up without me physically touching the book. So I'm picking it up with the, sack
Yeah.
is like hot pads for my hands.
Oh, where you
Okay.
turn it inside out and you grab it and then you pull it back over it.
I don't know if the sack's going to be big enough for the book. So just enough so I can pick
Or
the
just
book
use
up.
it as a glove.
Yeah,
Okay.
just pick it up so I don't have to physically touch the book with fingers.
Okay. Are you keeping it open or are you closing it?
I already closed it. That was the first thing
Oh,
I
you already
did was
closed
closing it.
Okay. So you close it and you're holding it like that. You
Yep.
see on the front, so it's like this really thick leather binding around the book. And when you close it, there's kind of a slit in this depression in the front of it that almost looks like an eye that's closed.
Stab it.
On
not
the
gonna
cover, it says 4 jackasses in a book.
Necronomicon.
Definitely not going to stab it, but I want to keep.
Okay.
I don't want to look at the eye, even though
Yep.
it's closed. It could open at any time. So I'm going to walk back down to the group with the
Put
book
it
in
away from you.
hand. Like, well, I found it.
It. Mhm.
I found this book.
Look at this book.
Yeah,
Every
you're
time
holding the
I
book,
look,
you have
it
a
makes
barrier
me
between
read.
you and it. And yeah, you just see this kind of depression. Like you can see almost the outline
Of an eye.
of an eye-shaped thing, kind of oval. And there's
I have
clearly
a
like
large
depression
sack.
underneath the leather of it.
If we want to
And
put
you
it
see
in a large,
slit where it looks like it would open, but it's not open.
You got a large sack?
I do.
Dan's large sack.
I'm a thief. I've got big sacks.
Unless we want to try and open this book and have our magical friend here try and read it.
Perhaps after a good night's rest.
All right. We'll put the book in Dan's big sack.
Keep the amulet away from the book in case they interact with each other.
Oh, yeah. It does.
negatively.
Yeah, we do have that amulet and that stone tablet.
Mm-hmm.
Did we ever look closely at the stone tablet?
Nope,
Perfect. We did it.
have not.
You mean my shield?
Yes.
Yeah, Eddie's just still holding it.
That the one thing seemed perturbed by your shield.
Yeah, I'm just carrying it around like an ex-wife holding fine china or an expensive television.
Mhm.
Something
I
pisses
suppose
me
one
off
of us
about
should look at
fashion
it
is
like
not
with
important.
our eyeballs
Okay.
and be like, yes, stone tablet.
I mean, we do that or we get this shit out of here, make our escape and try and read it. And
The only
safe.
problem is we have to cross the chasm.
Oh, right, because we haven't figured out the bridge part, haven't we?
Sure haven't.
Yeah, we can search around a little more. See if we can find a switch or some shit. I don't know. If not, we'll just get our rope and then tie the large sack to the rope and just
I think the rope is still there because it was tied to
It
the
is.
robot.
Yeah.
So we could put a second rope up, but I mean-
Stone tablet pilots. Easily the second worst concert I've ever been to.
oh my gosh, stone tablet.
Yeah, no one's looked at it. Book doesn't seem to react once it's put in the sack.
Good. That's my favorite way for it to react.
Now wield that sack
what's
like a
the
weapon
plan?
and hit me with it.
This ain't your purse.
I've proven that.
I'm gonna go
think it's
Bobby
time
Hill
we-
on him.
I think it's time we make our escape from both this dungeon and the town that surrounds it.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. Time was of the essence. Timmy was of. Oh, never mind. Timmy's not of the essence. Yeah, Bobby Hill's gonna be my next character name probably.
We just went in there to save what's his face, the kid that jumped through.
The child is too late.
So I want to explore this path down south now that the oil is burnt off and there's a stone in that pit is that stone there enough that I could use it as like a stepping stone to move around it?
Yeah, it is. So you'd kind of have to hop, but it's not too difficult.
All right,
The
I would.
ground's a little bit slick as you're walking down from the oil, but it seems like it's mostly runoff.
Okay.
Just remember, there's a pit here of unknown pittiness.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll call up for everyone like, hey, we can go back this direction.
Catch me if I slip.
I'll hold my 10-foot pole out across it that way in case someone does slip. They can hopefully grab a hold of that and not die.
No, I would.
Yes.
Sure.
So I'll come on down.
Okay.
Catch me, dog.
As make your way down.
Yeah.
And then when we're all down there, I want to search around this area, see if there's any kind of like activation for a plank that goes across or
Sort of fancy
bridge.
doodly do.
Give me an intelligence test.
yeah.
Just looking, you don't see one.
Just a
No,
10.
you don't see one. The only thing you see, now that you're on this side and you look across, you do see that there's like a kind of an indent, and it looks like there's a platform that's retracted from the other side.
Mhm.
So looking at the other side from here, you can tell it looks like it extends from the side that you jumped across from. But you don't see any mechanism.
Yeah, we weren't that smart.
Well, does someone want to go across, see if they can find the mechanism on the other side?
I can try again. I've got no intelligence.
Well, have at it.
What would you like me to do before I dive? Let me set some of my gear down in my bag. And then
We're
if I
gonna
make it
get
across, they can
here
throw it
and
over to me.
We're going to get across and find out that somehow in his attempts to find a switch, Dan has fully repaired the murder Otron.
That sounds right.
I thought that this was the switch. No.
I mean, you don't need to necessarily make a check to cross since that rope's there. You're
Okay,
able to get
good.
across pretty easily. Now that
The
it's
first
kind
time
of
was,
anchored on both
was
ends.
quite scary.
The
let me-
rope makes it easier, though, for sure. Having it anchored on both sides.
Let me peer around here and see if I can do better this time than last time.
Sure. Give me that intelligence test.
I did
Do
it.
not see any mechanisms in this room.
I don't even see myself.
You did bad. You should feel bad.
I can't. This is just normal. I'm beyond feeling bad for this. I don't know what you all expect.
All right. I want to tie that large sack kind of over the rope and then kind of tie it. So that way, as I move across this rope, I can push the book in the sack.
Okay. Yep. You're able to do so.
Dan, you banked us another reroll.
I wanna save those rerolls for something more important, where one of us is gonna die.
All right.
Our next combat probably, or our
I'll
next
make it
track.
across with the book.
Okay. You've got the book.
Do I have a rope? I think I have a rope.
Now,
Joe
Eddie is
Montana.
still wielding the heavy tablet.
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
ropes for days, but I have more bags too. If we want to try and like put the stone in a bag and tie it and haul it across or something.
Well, I was thinking if we just kind of toss your rope over to Eddie, have him tie it up around the stone. I don't know. That still sounds dangerous as fuck. You're muted there, Eddie.
Just use it like a pulley to pull it across. We'll use a rope to tie the tablet to the rope that's already strung across. and then I've got a rope as well. So, I mean, if we've got 2 more ropes, we can.
Oh, I have
tie-
2 more ropes. I've got rope for days.
We'll do that then. Yeah.
I've also got a rope as well, so I'll use mine to tie it up in like a sling to kind of hang from the rope, and then if you want to toss one across, I'll just tie it off to it so you guys can pull it across.
We'll do that to get our stone tablet across.
Okay. Yeah, you guys are able to do that. Takes a little bit, but you basically fasten it to that rope and get it pulled across.
Woot.
Not gonna make a check for that.
Und then I will shimmy my little boot across.
Cool.
Like the next anybody who comes in this room is gonna be like, what a bunch of fucking dumbasses. It's like the stone tablet extends across.
Mm-hmm.
There's like a garage
Jake,
door
you're
opener.
able to make it across too if you want.
Yeah.
Like-
Shimmy
Like
time.
I assume like
Yep.
right over here is like the garage door opener style of button, and somebody just walks over and pushes it, and
You don't see one in this room.
I'm just being facetious at this point, but
Mhm. All right, where to next?
Well, we gotta recover our
Skull.
infinity skull.
Mhm,
Mhm.
mhm.
So we'll head up there.
I think the plan is whoever wants to go get it needs to wear like,
We blindfolded the skull.
oh, we did. That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you put a thing over it.
Put a
So, yeah.
bag of
I got
eggs
more
on
sacks.
my face.
I'll just go up there and I'm just gonna grab its head and I'm just gonna try and wrench its head off.
Okay, give me a strength test.
Just Steven Seagal this shit.
Snap his neck back and forth until he stops wiggling.
Okay.
18.
Yeah. So you grab onto the skull and you twist it back and pop it off. Right when you disconnect it, you still feel like the skull's in your hands and it's in the sack. But you see like the body that it was attached to, instantly age hits it and it just kind of deteriorates. And bones kind of crack and wither, their color drains a little bit and they fall out of the slots, and there's just kind of like all these bone chips that are now underneath it.
But the skull's still there.
The skull still feels like it's maintained its integrity. It doesn't feel like it's changed at all inside the sack.
I
Done it.
And you see
I-
a button behind the body.
I'm gonna push it.
Everyone hears this sliding of stone from across the dungeon. This very loud kind of click as the bridge is now extended.
Well, we found the bridge.
We did it. Too late. Doesn't matter.
100 bonus experience points.
That's right. Solved problem.
Found the solution after we brute forced it.
Yep.
We fixed it twice. That should
It's
be
always
worth
the way everything
twice,
works.
twice as much experience. Right?
All right. Shall we venture out of this dungeon?
I feel like we found everything.
Mhm.
Engage
I mean-
mode.
A book that we don't understand, a tablet we don't understand,
My
Okay.
only
child. I mean, we
My
checked
only-
like all our boxes.
my only fear here is that this book and tablet have something special going on with it that will unveil something additional in this dungeon that we missed. Oh, the
Well-
kid's dead, Captain Karayan. Kid is fucking dead.
Oh, he's dead.
Yeah. Kid
He kind of
is,
stepped into an ooze, and that was it.
So
this is him right here. He's
He got eaten
taking
by
a
acid. slimes.
permanent nap.
We told him to chill out, and he did not.
so
We all
I have
collectively, not me, but we, as in like Chuck and you, somebody gave him a sword, which gave him false hope of being an adventurer.
I gave him a sword.
Chuck, you were up here.
Yeah. So I have a suggestion for everyone. Let's camp out in the dungeon.
Oh shit! I mean, technically, we've cleared it. It should.
We should be alone.
I mean, it's
If we
barely-
go to like one of these two top rooms that are kind of
isolated a little bit.
closed off and then also kind of protected by that spike trap, I bet we could camp out there for the night so our wizard friend here can recover his spells. And then in the morning, we can try and figure out this stone and this book.
That's fair to
And-
make sure we're not missing just something else.
Yeah. How's that sound to everyone?
That sounds
like a
fine.
Deal.
Joe, I will, since this tablet is already wound up in a bunch of rope anyway, I'm just going to kind of fashion its, rope sling into like a strap of some kind so I can just throw it on my back to carry it a little easier.
Sure. Yeah. You're able to do so.
A little back.
A little
Okay.
bit easier to carry that way.
I got extra weight on me, but I'm just, I'm not having to hold it with my hands now.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. So you guys are able to make it over into this room pretty easily. No issue going over here.
Yeah, we'll just camp out up in that room.
Great. All right. I'd say everyone move their tokens up there. You're all pretty confident that you've cleared it. You haven't heard anything else.
If I may,
Um,
I have a bizarre idea that I want to say before we go to sleep.
Sure.
I want to take some of my pittons and kind of make like a little like zigzag pattern across, and then just put some rope across it.
Like a net so we don't accidentally roll out into the spike trap while we sleep.
Or if someone comes in, it'll be obvious. Because they'd have to go through those ropes first.
Okay.
Mhm. Okay. Yeah, you
Unless
make like a
there's-
little rope door.
Nothing fancy, but enough to be inconvenient and or safe. I'm not sure which.
Yeah. You're able to do so. The ceiling's not super high, so you're able to jab those pittons in. It's when you're all kind of settling down and stop moving for a bit. You hear like this clicking sound coming from your pack, Chuck.
It's the skull.
Which
Keep
bag? The
running.
book,
The
book
skull or the
skull
book?
bag?
You look through your pack, and it seems to be coming from the skull. You just hear like, it's like
Put
that
some rope in
sound.
its mouth.
Yeah, I see trying to chew through the bag.
I will very gingerly open up and take the skull out with like it facing away from everyone.
okay.
And then, yeah, I'm going to cut off a couple feet of rope and tie it.
You can tell it's like still gnashing its teeth.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'll just,
What if we just tie the rope around it from top to bottom so he can't open his mouth in the first place? Then he can't gnash his teeth against anything.
Well, yeah, that's probably an even better idea.
but then he can grind his teeth. And that's more annoying to hear.
Well, not
Yeah.
if we rip off like a little strip to put in the middle.
Yeah,
We'll
maybe do
like
enough to,
a couple around and a couple around.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
anyway, yeah. I'll tie it in a way to
Maybe-
keep it from grinding its teeth and to keep it from opening its mouth.
There you go.
All right. So as soon as you grab rope and you start like moving it around it, it stops gnashing its teeth.
We don't care.
We need to name this skull.
Steven Seagal.
Nope.
The
Its name is
Steven
now
skull.
Stephen the Skull is good. I was thinking Ed the Severed Head.
They're
But
both
he's not
good.
a head. He's just a skull.
He's a head. What do you, I mean,
Yeah, head sounds fleshy.
okay. We'll call him Stephen the Skull.
Mhm.
Stephen's the Skull. Stephen the Skull.
Skull.
Steven
I
Seagal.
don't know.
Oh, we'll call him Siskel and Ebert.
Siskel and
Siskel and
Ebert.
Ebert. All right. I can get behind that.
All right. So yeah, we bind up
understand that
Siskel
reference.
and Ebert and put them back in the bag.
Okay. Is this like a band or something that I haven't heard of?
Siskel and Ebert were famous movie reviewers.
Back
Movie
in the
critic.
day.
Never heard
One
of
of
them.
them died.
They had a TV show where they just reviewed movies.
There are two. Are you familiar with the Muppets?
Yes, I've heard
There-
of the Muppets.
There are two characters in the Muppets that were parodies of them. The people
Two
who
old
used to
men.
sit up in the theater and review.
Oh, okay.
They're parodies of Siskel and Ebert.
Yeah,
I
the
didn't know that.
show they had was like on what, PBS or something like that. They
Yeah.
literally were just like two dudes in an empty theater watching a movie and then talking about whether it was good or bad.
Mhm.
Apparently, the world cared about this,
Yeah.
and it was before Rotten Tomatoes and all of that stuff. So
Yeah.
Yeah. They
if you
mattered.
wanted to know if a movie was good or bad, you
The
checked
first
out the
reaction channel.
Mhm.
Yeah, pretty much.
Siskel and Ebert reacts.
Okay. Anyway, so I bound up Siskel and Ebert
Yeah.
and stuff them back in the sack and stuff them back in my bag.
All right. We don't hear that clicking anymore.
Good. And then do we successfully rest through the night?
You do. Yep.
All right.
Good.
We
How that we
Get
shut
a
this
long
hole up.
rest in.
get our long rest, which means we each regain 1 hit point.
One hit point.
Well, that's all you get for long rests.
Eh. Oh boy, it's gonna take me a long time to get back to full HP.
Haha, I am now
Yep.
bleeding 1/7 less than I was yesterday.
Yep. Typically, once you're damaged and all that, you go back to a town and rest for a few days to get back up to health.
Yeah.
This is an arcadey D&D where you take a nap and it's like nothing
Yeah.
happened to you.
To quote someone
you wait for the red to fade away from your screen and
Yeah.
you keep on
Yeah.
going.
Anyway, yeah, we rest up and then hey there, Jerome.
Holy
Read
shit.
this shit.
Holy crap.
God damn. Captain Buchanan just dropped 800 bits on us for heals.
So each of us gets to heal a hit die.
Do all of us
Nice.
need to heal a hit die?
I do. I'm taking a hit die.
I kind of do.
I need one. I need more than one. Oh, god damn it.
You're gonna get all of one, Dan. Ooh,
You
5.
told it you need one.
Well, he said he needed more than one.
I said
right,
I needed
Ryan.
all of them.
Jake, were you hurt any?
Nope.
Well, Dan, why don't you take Jake's hit die?
Fucking Christ.
God damn it, Dan.
Thanks, Captain Cryan. That's
I'm one away from my max now. That's fantastic.
I'm at max. I've got 14 hit points.
Well,
I'm
there you
finally
go. Thank you,
I'm
boys.
finally over half. Oh Jesus.
Oh,
he's
there you go, Dan.
more hit die. I'm at 8 out of 13 finally.
Roll another D4, Dan. There you go.
God damn it.
Jesus
9 out of
Christ, we're on the
14.
Struggle bus.
Pretty
You
good.
can't afford me, Captain. Just stop, please. I'm too
All right.
unlucky for anyone's budget.
Clooney
Yeah.
is too unlucky. He must be killed off.
I put
Clooney's
the
technically luckiest of all my characters so far.
So far.
Put big quotes on that. He's got a
What?
13 for luck.
You each wake up in the morning.
13.
Or what you assume is the morning. You can't really tell if it's day or night down here, but you all feel rested.
Well, I'll
Haven't heard anything change.
I'll definitely
Door's still intact. Oh,
I'll
sorry.
definitely try to check out that stone tablet.
Okay.
I'm currently using it
There
as a
any-
blanket, so you'll have to pull it off of me.
Well, that, and I'll have to just get rid of all
It's
the
a
rope
weighted
around
blanket.
it too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just push it off of me, and then
Yeah.
I
Thud.
stand up and, thud as it falls flat on the floor, and then I stand up and crack literally every joint in my body and go, "Oh, that was a great night's sleep."
All right, you take a look at
Your
this tablet.
chiropractor tablet.
We dwarves love to sleep covered in stone.
Okay. So, the tablet has a depiction of what looks like a bunch of people at the base, and they all seem to be in these different poses. Like a few of them are on their hands and knees with their head bowed, and then a few have like their hands up as if they're praising something. There's all these kind of like swirling auras around them almost. You see like these kind of depictions of light or fire behind the people.
All of them.
All of them. Yep.
Okay.
And they all seem to be pointing kind of inwards towards this. Looks like a spear almost. It's like a long shaft with a very like triangular head on the top of it. And it seems like the spear is going through this large orb at the top. And this orb is like almost a perfect circle, but there's like a bit of a crack and a big line. And on the line, it seems to underneath it show like a sky. It's got clouds and seems to look like the planet underneath it. You see like trees and things underneath this line.
So
And then
like
where there's the orb,
destroying-
you see stars and things past it.
Is it destroying like the moon?
You're not sure.
Okay.
Just seems to be this orb that's like right at the boundary between like the sky and the stars. The spear piercing it.
Spiffy.
Oh, what do you make of that, wizard man?
These people worship some sort of giant spear that stabbed the world.
Are you sure it's just not the sun?
It's the dong that pierced the heavens.
The moon is a dragon egg. They're trying to hatch it and take over the universe.
So you asked that, Chuck. You studied it a little bit more intently, and you see that there are depictions of the sun and the moon separate. So you see like off to the one side, there is a sun where like it's a little ball, and you can see like the kind of normal flame, cartoonish like depictions coming off of it. And then on the other side of the tablet, close to the other side, there is like a crescent moon.
So this is neither the sun nor the moon. That's too bad. There's a lot of cultures that worship the sun. I thought maybe it could be one of them.
Nope,
The most
not this
important
time.
thing I've learned from those cultures, though, is you worship the sun, but you don't pray to the sun, because that would be, infringing upon your relationship. So most of those cultures end up praying to Joe Pesci.
The Carlinites, yeah.
Yeah, the Carlinites.
Yeah.
Pretty much
that's
the
a
truth
great
right
one.
there.
This orb that the spear is piercing to appears to be quite a bit larger than both the sun and the moon depictions.
Well, I don't fucking know. You want to read the book?
So it's Bahamut from Final Fantasy 14.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Yes, just everybody agree. That's fine.
Yes.
Ace ping pong ball.
He lives in a giant ping pong ball until he doesn't. And then he fucks everything up.
I'm going to take the book and the amulet and then try to put the amulet in the eye-shaped divot in the book.
Oh shit, you're doing things with the stuff.
Okay. Well, it
Roll
wasn't necessarily
initiative.
a divot. It looks like there is a depression of an eye that's closed. So
Right.
it's like there is like a little bit of a bulb sticking out with a slit in the leather, so it looks like it would potentially open. So there's not really room for the amulet to fit there, but you still
I will
pressed against it.
touch it. Yeah.
Okay.
Look at this
So-
book.
So when you press on the eye, nothing seems to happen for a second.
What if we sang the song for Reading Rainbow to it?
After a second, you hear this like kind of peeling sound as the leather separates along
anywhere.
that seam,
Oh,
and
God.
it opens, and you see this glass eye. It seems to be filled with like this weird liquid in it. that kind of boils and darts around until it forms what looks like an eye, like a pupil. And it kind of wildly
Paladin.
darts around and then seems to fix on you.
I'll just try to show it the amulet.
It just blinks.
Say multipass. Maybe that'll work.
Okay.
Wink back at it. It's
Yeah,
the
that's a good idea. I'll wink at it.
It blinks twice.
Communicate
Okay.
with it.
It's the snack that smiles back, Garfrey.
Yeah. I'm gonna kind of look around the spine and then like the back cover of the book without opening it to see if I can maybe find an ear or something.
So you touch it and kind of look all around. As you make contact with it, like you're actually holding the book.
Yeah,
skin
I'll hold it with
to
my
the
hands.
leather. It feels kind of warm to the touch.
Ah,
It's a meat book.
It actually is the Necronomicon.
yeah, I just
Necronomicon.
messed up.
And right when you touch it too, the eye seems like widen a little bit. But you look around, you don't see an ear or anything on it.
Or
If you can hear and understand me, blink 3 times.
And it blinks
wanna
3
put out
times.
I want to put out a theory. Is it the Necronomicon instead?
It's not beef jerky. It's
Jake, I just want to tell you that blinking eyes do not necessarily mean consent. You should probably stop fingering that book.
no. I'm a wizard. It's okay. Now,
I'm a professional.
it's okay. I'm a doctor. No, you're not.
Doctor?
I'm going to ask this book if I
Is there a cost?
let's see. Yeah, is there a price to pay for opening this book? Blink twice for yes, once for no.
It pauses for a second. And then it blinks once.
Okay.
It's a lie.
We never should have shut that book. Oh well.
Yeah. I'm going to open you book. So if this is the point where you would like to close your eye, please do so. And I'll just kind of wait for a second to make sure it's
It
not
remains
going to be. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Here's hoping it doesn't get angry with me opening the book. So I'll open the book.
Yeah. You open it. And they're just kind of like it's like this thick leather outer bit of it. So when you open that, there's kind of like a smaller book almost within that. With like another hard cover that's separate. So just peeling back that one layer. Looks like there's a book within it that's not open yet.
Oh, then I'll open that.
All right, peel it open. Seems to be very old. Pages are pretty dusty. It's got kind of like that really nice, almost reflective siding to the paper, like you see in really old Bibles.
Gilded edges.
Yeah.
Chintzy gilded edges.
I'll just start turning like clumps of pages at a time, but slowly to make sure it's not damaged in the process.
Okay. Start sifting through it. There's a few pages here and there that looks like they've been torn out. And a lot of it just looks like random notes and things that have been jotted down. Over the course of the book, though, as you're flipping, the handwriting gets worse and worse and worse. And like the first few pages, it's super neat and orderly. There's 2 columns. Sometimes there's little depictions of things. Really neat. It's all like almost to a grid. But slowly it changes to just like a single sheet of written notes that looks more like it's written by hand. And then eventually gets more and more and more and more messy.
Mm-hmm. I'll try to rest on the last page that might have clearly handwritten shenanigans all over it, and try to decipher what it might say.
The last several pages of the book are just a single phrase written over and over and over and over again that say, "It stole my sight, it stole my sight, it stole my sight, it stole my sight."
I don't know what that means.
In very messy handwriting. Some of the letters are like overlapping each other. The lines kind of curve off on the end.
As if written by a person who can't see.
Exactly.
Help, I have no eyes and I must read.
Pretty much. What happens to Garfield this Sunday? I need to know. I suppose I'll close the book back up and I'll sort of give this eye in the cover the side eye, and I'll ask twice yes, once for no. Did you steal the author's sight?
And it kind of like squints a little bit, and the eye looks back and forth a little bit, almost like it's confused. And then it blinks no.
Well, I'm not sure what to make of this, honestly.
Maybe was your site stolen?
Yeah, that's a good thing to ask. Was your site stolen, book?
It blinks yes.
Ah,
Book,
It is the author.
are you the one who wrote this?
It blinks no.
It's not the author. Dun dun dun.
I have no idea. You didn't find any signs of like secrets of the dungeon in there when you were reading it or anything?
yeah. Let me take another look. See. I hope you don't mind. Book eye.
Just flipping through it, you don't see any like maps or drawings or any mentions of the current dungeon you're in. The closest you get, though, you do see a few pages that seem to have depictions of what looks like the monolith doors that got you in.
So much less to do with this dungeon specifically, and more with the whole series of dungeons themselves. Wow. I'll close the book again, and I'll ask if it knows what the amulet is, and if it depending on the answer, I'll ask if it's got more information about the amulet inside the pages of the book.
So you ask if it knows what the amulet is, and its eye fixates on it for a little bit, and then it blinks no.
Dang.
What about
Well, unfortunately, that's about the extent of what I think can be done with this.
Does the book know about the tablet?
Yeah, I mean, you say there are like depictions, like possibly doodles in there. I imagine. I'll see if there are anything that might correspond to the spear going through the world while people praise it.
Okay.
Like just drawings that represent the or not represent the tablet, look like the tablet, something like
Sure.
that.
You flip through. Give me an intelligence test for this one.
All right. I think in my case it'll just be a D20. Not the most wise of wizards.
Well, you
Rolling
are
the dice.
supposed to
Dot.
look for matching pictures, so
Oh God.
Hey.
Hell.
Okay. So with
You're
that,
third grade. Get at it.
you don't see anything at first that looks like the depictions of this tablet until you get to a page that has this big like triangle in the background, and trailing off the triangle are kind of like these corkscrew like almost like ribbons coming off of it, and there's all sorts of these weird like symbols and hexes that are etched into this triangle. And then looking at it too, it looks like the top two sides of it are almost like sharpened down to a point. And you look back at that tablet, and it seems to be that this is a depiction of like the head of that spear.
The head of the spear, yeah. Okay. Any surrounding information regarding this depiction, like where it might be located, that sort of thing?
So in the text, it has just a bunch of. It looks to be like stories and things related to this spear that have been etched down, and you kind of get from reading through them, you can tell that most people refer to it as the soul spear.
So then all the ribbons coming off it would be like a spiritual energy of some sort, I imagine.
The spear of Longinus.
And you see there's a few, like, it seems to be just like folk tales from a bunch of different people that are written on that same page of it. And some of them say like it's sharp enough to pierce anything, and like a whole bunch of these random depictions. If you say like it's been lost, no one knows where it is. Some say it was forged by the gods. Others say it was forged by evil people trying to kill the gods. Like, you see all these weird, somewhat conflicting stories, but the only thing that seems consistent between all of them is that it's the soul spear. No one knows where it is, and it's sharp enough to pierce literally anything. Sometimes some things say like pierce anything, like the more primitive folklore says like strong enough to pierce the thickest hide, and then some of the better written stuff says like strong enough to pierce reality.
Gimme, I want it.
Well,
And it's just a book. I don't think it's got the spear in it.
Yeah.
Maybe it's telling us to go get that spear and then fuck everything up.
yeah.
Not in that order.
Yeah.
Oh, in that order.
Did we ask if the book knows where the spear is?
It blinks.
Yeah, I think. Okay.
And this very well could be just, where they hid the clues about the spear.
Yeah, this might be a job for a more dedicated group of researchers who
Slash
aren't
us
afraid
when
of
we're
being
not-
cursed.
Well, or just us when we're not hungry.
Yeah. When we're done crapping into corners of a stone room.
I've been pooping into the spike pit.
Yeah, what have you been doing?
Oh, not
What are you
nothing.
guys- we have a
That poop
perfect
was there before.
on it.
Who put this poop in the corner?
No, this poop is hard and cold. This was here when we got here.
Don't check it.
This is old crap.
That's poop in the corner.
Yeah, I'm
I don't
not
remember
entirely
anymore.
certain what the purpose of the medallion is, or whether we should keep this stone motif of the reality piercing spear.
So, thought on the medallion, right? It was in the pile of fucking trash that the thing was digging through. Maybe
Yeah.
it's just a medallion that belonged to someone else who got killed in this dungeon, unrelated to the book or the stone tablet.
Yeah, could just be valuable.
Yeah.
Is it on a chain, a string?
Yeah, there's like a small fine
rope.
chain that this amulet's on.
Amulet.
Well, then I'll just put it on.
Okay.
Hey, I've been avoiding doing that because it's probably cursed.
Well,
Yeah, it's the only one way to find out.
Try and take it back off
You
now.
wear it. You don't feel any immediate effect.
Can he take it off?
Yeah, I'll try to take it
Take
off.
it off. You feel like a little bit fatigued right after you take it off, but that kind of fades after a second.
Hmm. I'll put it back on.
Okay.
All right. Well, there's definitely something going on with it. I'm not sure what, but here's hoping I'll find out.
Well, either that or we'll find you as an empty Capri Sun tomorrow and we'll know.
Mm.
Always a possibility.
So,
If I start digging at random corners, just let me know.
can do.
Is that abnormal?
Well, I mean,
You're
I
digging-
normally leave you people to do that. If I start doing it, well, then there's a problem.
Be careful
Well-
what corner you're digging in. There's stuff in corners of these rooms.
Mhm.
Shall we take our exit and see if we can sneak out of this town without anyone knowing us or seeing us?
Yes. Or if they do see us, we should run very quickly.
I'll hoist my stone security blanket on my back.
Okay. You do so. You guys are pretty much right back by the entrance. It's back to being just like a solid monolith again, though. No portal is open on it.
Okay.
Wand of acid.
What time of day?
You're not sure.
Like light or dark?
You're
You're
completely
down in the
underground.
dungeon.
If
Wait,
I
when
use
we
the-
left?
No, I'm
We have
saying
enough-
like you're back at the monolith. that
Oh,
lets
the
you
entrance.
in.
Okay. I
Yeah.
skipped ahead.
Sorry. So yeah, you're back at like the entrance of the dungeon. You see like the monolith that's in the wall, but it's not active currently.
You want to wand that thing?
Acid
All
spray.
right. Fire off the wand, shoots that spray of acid, hits it. As soon as it makes contact, it does that familiar purple and black sparking thing. Portal opens up, and you're able to hop through.
Hooray.
Let's go.
Yeah. Let's get out of here.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm
Yep.
a little distracted in a moment.
That's fine.
One of our databases went offline.
Ugh.
Who needs data?
Right? Some fucking
Us.
nerd shit right there. Tell them to deal without it until Monday.
Well, nobody else has noticed but me, so
Hmm.
I've already fixed it from my side. So
All right. So
also saw
we,
you later.
y'all pile through. One sec. Oh my goodness.
Do you want to take a quick break, real quick?
Well, Joe, you want to check the Zoom chat Eddie just popped up?
Yeah, I have a hard time doing that because I'm capturing the Zoom
It moves
window.
everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you don't
Which
have
is
it
why I
open,
said, do we want to take a break real quick?
it tends to move everything.
Well, hang on a second. Before we take a break, I'll just send it to you in Discord.
Are we or are we not surrounded on the other side of the portal? By looking for
That's the
young
real
girls?
question. How fucked are we over here?
Sure.
Ultra fucked?
Is Herbert still
We
trying to
need
find
to-
his paper boy, or are we free to go?
This isn't a bad place to wrap out for the night. So you
Okay.
guys all pile through the door, you pop out. You're in the ruins before you immediately feel the heat of the day. It's about midday. You don't see any people immediately like next to this monolith, but you do hear people, and you can tell it's about like the sun's almost directly above you guys, and you hear a lot of voices calling out, some in like native tongue that you don't really understand, but a few like you can make out a name being called Timmy. You
Yeah,
hear,
we
like,
got to get the fuck out of here.
4 or 5 people calling that out. Some pretty
Oh,
faint
no.
and far off, others pretty close to the ruins. And I think if we're needing to wrap up, that's a good place.
Okay.
Or
So we'll
Timmy.
pick up with you guys right outside of the dungeon in the ruins. You know that you have the rope buried behind the ruins, and there's the town on the other side. So you may still be able to sneak out behind the ruins and climb up
I
it.
just want
next
to go
time.
on record right now. It's not our fault.
Yeah.
I agree, but got one hell
I
of
threatened that child with a knife before we let him die.
a.
We told him to leave at the threat of death, and he didn't, and so he died. Not by us. Sorry, no, that came out wrong.
We did
Yeah.
not kill him. We just directly contributed to his having died.
He just happened to die while with us.
While in our
We all saw it. We didn't stop it, but we tried.
Yeah, so you guys make it out. You've got your tablet, you've got a book, you've got an amulet, got some loot. Ready to.
I got a
Probably
blanket.
next time you'll try and make your way back to the camp.
I have less health.
Yes,
Alright.
and you all have less health. All right, so any plugs before we go out for the night?
Yeah, tomorrow, I guess. Yeah, it's still Friday. So Saturday, 1 p.m. Central over on Free League Publishing. We're doing Forbidden Lands. So Jake, Dan, and I will be on there for that. 9 p.m. Central over on all the RPGs. Bert, who's hanging out in chat. I'll be over on there as we play a game. I can never fucking remember the name of it. Sunday night over on Steam, Steel, and Murder. Bert's going to be running myself, Jeff, and Christopher, and Steven through some more Shadowrun. What else? Monday night. Monday night is Things from the Flood. So Dan, Joe, and I over there on Free League Publishing, and then we'll be back on Wednesday, 10 p.m. Central here on Defenders of Cobalt for Spectaculars, and that's Jake, Dan, and myself. Yeah, along with other people.
We're back to spectaculars this week, right?
Back to Spectaculars, yes. Kicking up a new story.
Should be good.
A lot going on.
Yeah.
In space.
In space.
Yes. Well, cool. Drop by anytime to see all those, but and we'll be back here in 2 weeks and see what happens with you guys trying to get out of town.
I'm
Cool,
sure it'll
cool.
be fine. We'll just stroll on out and they'll be like, hey, strangers, have a nice day. Have you seen Timmy? No?
That's exactly
Okay.
how it's gonna go. Yeah.
See you later.
Totally.
He died for
Thanks.
our sins.
That's going to be it, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
Has
They might
Yeah.
even give us
Thanks for watching,
tea-
everybody.
tea
Hope
and
you all have a
biscuits.
good night. Stay safe. Get vaccinated. All those good things. And
Goodbye.
see you next time.
Thanks, everybody. Bad.